Book 63, The Three Bears. Once upon a time there were three bears, a great big papa bear, a middle-sized mama bear, and a tiny little baby bear. They all lived together in a cozy cottage in the woods. One morning Mama Bear made porridge for breakfast and poured it into their bowls.
"This porridge is too hot to eat," roared Papa Bear in his great big voice.
"Let's go for a walk while we're waiting for it to cool," said Mama Bear in her middle-sized voice. "We can gather some honey to put on it too," squeaked Baby Bear in his tiny little voice. While the three bears were out, a little girl named Goldilocks came walking through the woods. Goldilocks was a very curious child, and she soon discovered the bears' cozy cottage. The door was wide open, so she went inside. Right away, Goldilocks smelled the delicious porridge. Suddenly, she was very hungry. She tasted the porridge in Papa Bear's great big bowl. "This is too hot," she said. She tasted the porridge in Mama Bear's middle-sized bowl. "This is too cold." Then Goldilocks tasted the porridge in Baby Bear's tiny little bowl. "Ah, this is just right," Goldilocks said, and she gobbled it all up. After all that food, Goldilocks felt tired, and she wanted to sit down. She tried sitting on Papa Bear's great big chair, but it was too hard. She tried sitting on Mama Bear's middle-sized chair, but it was too soft. Then Goldilocks tried sitting on Baby Bear's tiny little chair, and it felt just right. But Goldilocks was too heavy, and the chair broke all to pieces. By now, Goldilocks was beginning to feel very sleepy. She wandered upstairs, hoping to find a bed where she could take a nap. Goldilocks lay down on Papa Bear's great big bed, but it was too hard. She lay down on Mama Bear's middle-sized bed, but it was too soft. Then Goldilocks lay down on Baby Bear's tiny little bed, and it was just right. Soon Goldilocks fell fast asleep. Before long, the three bears returned from their walk. Papa Bear looked at his great big bowl.
"Someone has been eating my porridge," he roared in his great big voice.
"Someone has been eating my porridge," said Mama Bear in her middle-sized voice. "Someone has been eating my porridge," squeaked Baby Bear in his tiny little voice. "And it's all gone." Then the three bears noticed their chairs.
"Grrr!" roared Papa Bear in his great big voice. "Someone has been sitting in my chair."
"Someone has been sitting in my chair," cried Mama in her middle-sized voice. "Someone has been sitting in my chair," squeaked Baby Bear in his tiny little voice. "And look, it's broken to pieces." Papa Bear sniffed around with his great big nose.
"I think someone is upstairs," he said. "Let's go and see."
So the three bears crept up the stairs. When they got to the top, they saw that the door to their bedroom was open. The three bears tiptoed into their room.
"Someone has been sleeping in my bed,"
roared Papa Bear in his great big voice. "Someone has been sleeping in my bed," said Mama Bear in her middle-sized voice. "Someone has been sleeping in my bed," cried Baby Bear as loudly as he could. "And look, she's still here." Baby Bear's cry woke Goldilocks. She opened her eyes and saw the three bears looking down at her. "Oh my!" she gasped. Goldilocks bounded out of bed and raced down the stairs and out the door as fast as she could. And though she remained a curious child, Goldilocks never went into the three bears' cozy cottage again. And that was just fine with the three bears.